Most people struggle to model multi-story buildings in Revit, not because it's hard, but because they are doing it the wrong way. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the exact step-by-step workflow to model a multi-story building in Revit, from setting up levels and grid to walls, floors, and roof. No shortcuts, no confusion. By the end of this tutorial, you won't just watch, you'll actually be able to model your own building confidently. Make sure to watch till the end because this is part 1 of a full series project. Hello, welcome to Novel Architects Consult. Is this your first time here? Make it official. Tap the subscribe button. Let's grow together and explore more ideas. Don't forget to turn on the notification so you don't miss out. Step 1. Set up the project. For the sake of Revit beginners, let's quickly set up the project. If you are used to this, please kindly skip to the next step. Let's start the right way. First, open Revit and create a new project using the architectural template. When you open it, set your units correctly because wrong units can ruin the entire project. Click on Manage, Projects Units. On the length, click on it, millimeters, click on this little arrow down here. You can change this to any unit of your choice. When you're done, click OK. Now the second thing you need to do is to save the project with a proper name. Click on File, Save. Save it. Create levels. Levels are the backbone of any multi-story building. Switch to an elevation view and start creating your levels. Open any of the elevations. These are the levels. We need to create more levels depending on the number of floors we want to design. So click on this level, right click, create similar. Follow the guideline, create the first one. Let's create the second one and the third one. Then the next one will be the roof. Now let's rename the levels. This one is the natural ground level. I'll use NGL. Click OK. Select this one, rename ground floor. Enter, click OK. First floor, enter. Second floor, third floor, and let's use this as the roof. You can keep creating more levels depending on the floors you want to model. Now let's set the height. Click on the upper level, change the height here. Let's use 600 millimeters. That is for the DPC height. Now we use 3 meters. Select it. 3 meters. Enter. 3 meters. Enter. The last one. 3 meters. Enter. Always plan your levels before modeling anything. Set the grids. Open the first level, which is the natural ground level. Grids help us align walls, columns, and structural elements properly. Let's create the horizontal and the vertical grids. Click on Architecture. This is the grid icon. Click on it. This is the first one. Let's create more grids. The second one. Before we proceed, let's quickly adjust the bubble size. Scroll down to families, annotation symbols, scroll down to grid head circle, right click, edit, reduce it, let's use 3, then the text size, reduce it also. You can change the font, let's reduce it to 2. You can change the color also, click OK, load into project. Alright, that looks better. Let's create the vertical grid. Fine. Click on it and rename to A. The subsequent ones will change automatically. Select it, create similar. Let's create the second one. See it, we have the B. Keep creating it till you have your desired number. The next thing we need to do is to adjust the spacing based on the building layout. Type DI or use the align tool. Let's dimension all of them so we can properly adjust it. Right, let's start with this one. Select it, type in the dimension. Select the next one, type in the dimension. Note, it's not compulsory for you to set up the grids before you sketch a floor plan. There are some instances that will require you to sketch the floor plan before adding the grids. You need to plan the layout properly. To show the bubbles in this other axis, click on it. Click on this show bubble. Do it all around. Now the next thing we are going to do is to model the walls. In this case, we are sketching the plan at the natural ground level. Select the wall, but first of all, you need to adjust the dimensions of the wall. Click Edit Type, Edit the wall thickness. We are going to use 2 to 5. Then the color of the wall, click on it. Scroll down to default wall. Click on this asset. Now choose your desired wall material. Select it, click OK. So we are going to start with the external walls to make it easier. Create the wall. To make it faster, I'm going to use the pick lines for the external walls at first. Select it. Now let's trim it. To create more of these similar walls, right click on it, create similar. Let's have this and this. So let's switch to line so you won't be wasting our time to trim it. Let's use this for here. Let's trim this. Now we're gonna trim this other wall here. Let's use this other trim tool. Select here, select the wall to trim it. trim with this to this. Fine, we have the shape. Let's continue with the internal partitions. Select the wall, create similar. Let's have the first partition. Here's the second room. Now we're gonna extend this wall down here. Create similar. Good. Here we have the veranda. You can see how fast it is to sketch with the grid lines. Let's have the bedroom. Let's have this wall for the bedroom too. Trim this line down here. Okay, we'll join this to here. Now let's create partitions for the closet. Let's use 1350. Now to pick these faces, click down here, change to wall faces. Fine. Let's use 1350. Do the same thing here. Now let's have the entrance sit out, which is this place here. Fine, let's create a dot here. So we supposed to fill this whole area with this plan also. But the good thing is that we are having this same thing over here. So I will add all the components like the windows, the doors, everything. When I'm done, I will mirror it to this side since we are having the same thing, just like a semi-detached. So this middle will be the staircase. We will create the staircase. Let's start with adding the components. For you to add the doors, windows, and everything, let's head over to the ground floor. Let's add more graphics to this wall. Click on VG, scroll down to wall. Under patterns, follow the column, click here, pattern, click on this little arrow, change to brickworks, click OK. Then under lines, click on it, change the weight, the line weight. You can change to 6, 7, 8 depending on what you want. Let's use 6, click OK, apply, OK. It looks better. To add the door, click on architecture, click on door. We have the default flush door right here. Click edit type, adjust the height and the width. We use a height of 2.1 meters and a width of 750 millimeters. Click OK. To change the swing direction, press space on your keyboard. Do the same thing here. And let's add this door too. Let's have more internal doors. To load more doors, select door, load family. Go to the folder you have your library. Cool. I'm gonna use this. Click on edit type, adjust the height and the width. The width I'm gonna use 900. Click OK. Let's start from here. Let's have the entrance door, load family. Let's use this door. Don't forget to save your project regularly. Press Ctrl S to save it. And the next thing we are going to add is the windows. We are still going to use the same method. Click on Window, Load Family, select a window. I'm going to use casement window. Click on Edit Type, adjust the height and the width properly. Let's start with this. Then for the kitchen window, let's create similar, duplicate, and change the height. Let's adjust the height. Then the seal height will be 900. And don't forget, each time you are placing the windows, consider the seal height. So here, based on the height of the window, the seal height is 750. Since we did not adjust it, select all instances. Now we have all the windows with these same dimensions here. Change the seal height to 750. Next thing we are going to do is to create the bedroom windows. Click on Windows, Load Family. Let's use this particular window. Now let's adjust the dimensions. We use a height of 750 and a width of 600. Click OK. Okay, now the next thing we are going to do is to create an opening here. There are different ways of creating openings in a wall. First, you can select the wall, click on Edit Profile, go to the elevation and edit it. But I use other pattern that is more faster, which is the component. Click on Components, Load Family. Let me show you the component. This is it. We have different shapes. You can download it in Revit City or any site. This is a square opening. Open it. Now what you need to do is to set the height and the width that you want to cover. So I'll use a width of 3,800 and a height of 2.4 meters. That means 2.5 meters. Okay, fine. Take it down here to where you want to open it. As simple as that. We have the opening and we have this dotted line too. Let's do the same thing here. The space is 750. You don't need to load in again. Select this, right click, create similar, edit type, duplicate it, then change the dimensions. Let's have 750. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing here. Right click on it, create similar, edit type, duplicate, change dimension. Okay, we have the same openings here. For the closet, right click on it, create similar, duplicate. Now we adjust the height to 2.1 and the width of 1 meter. Let's have it here and here. We have the same thing here. Lastly, for the dot, we're still gonna use it. Create similar. Let's rename the spaces. Click on room. Let's use place automatic rooms. it will automatically add rooms to all of this. But if you want to do it manually, you can do it like this. So let me use the automatic room to save time. So you have the automatic rooms. And now you need to delete the ones that are not necessary, like the ones in the dot. Delete it. So let's start by adjusting the text size. You can see it's out of range. So select it, edit family, room name, click on it, edit. Here you can change the color, you can change the font. Now the text size, you can change it. You can make it bold, click OK. Load into project, click OK. Overwrite existing versions. Now you have it here. So the room numbers, if you don't want it, you can select it, edit type, and uncheck it. If you want the area, you check it, apply to have the areas, but I don't want it. Click OK. Fine, let's start renaming it. Here's the sit out. Here we have the living room. This space is the dining, but you can see the room is covered. But don't be scared. You can partition this without a wall. Click on room separator. Sketch a line to separate it. Now let's add another room here, which is the dining. We have the veranda. You can always adjust the position. We have the kitchen. And also note, each time you are sketching a wall, you need to look up to these few things: the top constraint and the base constraint. This wall is supposed to start at the natural ground level and stop at the first floor. But if you check the project browser, you'll see unconnected to 8 meters. So all you need to do before sketching your plan, make sure you adjust that. But if you forget to adjust it, you can always do it. Select all instances of the wall, top constraint, change to first floor. As simple as that. Now the next thing we are going to do is to add the columns. Click on column. Now column drop down, the architectural column. Load family. This will direct you to your library. I have some columns here. Select any column of your choice and open. When you open it, you place the column. But I want to use a custom column for this project. So I will quickly model a column with extrusion. Click on components drop down, model in place, casework. Okay. First I will use extrusion. Sketch it. Use 450 by 225. Alright. I can adjust the height of the extrusion. I'll end it at 2 500. So the next thing we are going to do, head over to the ground floor plan. Let's modify it a little with our sweep. Click on sweep, sketch path. Now let's use the pick lines and pick around this column. Click OK. Edit profile. Select edit profile. Let's edit from the south. What we need to do is to sketch the kind of elevation view of what we want, like this. We want a copy here, 100 millimeters by 50, just that. Now for the base, let's have here 900. Then we'll have a copy. We are sketching it as elevation, and let's finish it and see what we got. See it. Now we have it as simple as that. Remember I told you this design is like a semi-detached. We're having this exact thing over here. So what we need to do is to mirror it to this other side and create a stair here. So we are going to do that. But please, if you've not yet subscribed to our channel, please do that if you don't mind, because it really helps us. Let's get to more people and support us with a like. Thank you so much. For us to mirror this, we have the grid lines. So we can start picking these walls one by one, the windows and all the rest. We need to highlight it. Highlighting it like this will highlight with the grid lines. But don't worry, select one of the grid lines, right click, select all instances. Now type HH on your keyboard, HH, simple as that. So now we can select this and flip over to this side. But before we do that, we need to determine the space of the staircase. The space is 2500 millimeters. 2500 millimeters. Okay, let's assume this is the space for the staircase, which means this wall will be here. So for us to get it properly, we need to determine the center of this. So to do that, just sketch a line to this end. Here we have the center. Now select the whole model, click on mirror, draw the axis here at the middle, click it. Perfect. We have the same thing here. So what we need to do, we just align this wall to this, align to this, then we add the stair at the middle. That really saves time. So let's right click this, create similar, edit type. The space will be 2.5 meters. Select it. Do the same thing here. The next thing we are going to do is to add the floors. Click on architecture, floor, click on edit type. Here's the thickness of the floor. You can adjust it if you wish. Now click on edit to change the material. You can duplicate this, duplicate with material, change the floor. Open the asset browser and select any material. Let's use the acoustic tiles for now. Click OK. Okay. Let's use the pick lines and pick the external walls. There are a few things that we do here that will help you to work faster on Revit. That's why I made a video about the tips to model faster in Revit. So go check out the video so you know all these basic tips. The next thing we are going to do is to create the stair. This is the stair hall. Select stair. We are going to use the half tone stair. Select the stair, edit style, and let's change the riser height. Let's change to 150. The depth of the thread 300. Now the run width we are going to use 1 2. Click OK. The zeroed number, that one is automatic from Revit. Start with this. We've created 10. Now follow this line and create the other one. Let's align these together. Click the align tool, select this to this. Alright, before we proceed, we'll have this tail flipped over to this direction. So it will be a two-way stair from the back and the front. So we don't need this stair support at the extreme. We don't need it. We gotta delete it. Finish it for now. Let's move it down here. Now this railing for the wall, I don't think we need it. We gotta delete it. So select this. Let's mirror it. Now sketch the direction. Mirror it to this other side. As you can see, we have a double landing here, which we don't want. So you have to edit it, edit stair, delete one of the landings, finish it. Now let's align this stair to this. Use the align tool, select it, align to this. Now we have the stair. If you want to create other stairs like the floating stairs or any other type, I've made some series of videos on how to create the stairs. So check it out in our channel so you learn how to model it properly. The next thing we are going to do is to create the step to the sit out, the veranda, and this. So we are going to use the sweep. Click on component, model in place, click OK. Now let's use the sweep. Sketch the path. So let's have it here. We need a space of 1.8. Click finish. Edit profile. Choose the elevation. Let's use the west view. Follow the guideline. Our DPC height is 600, so our stair will stop at 450. So we have 450. Now the thread depth is 300. We have another 150, 300, another 150, and the last 300, the last 152. Finish it. So that's the stair in elevation. Finish it. Click OK. So you can copy it to these other spaces, but you can't highlight it here because it's not up to this level, the ground floor level. So head over to your natural ground level, select it, copy it to here. Let's copy it down here. So we have the same thing at the back. So select the three of them, use the mirror. Now we can get the center line. We can't get it. Let's just guess. Alright, let's use the align tool. Do the same thing here. So these columns, we have a duplicate of it. Let's make it two. So you can select it, make a copy, distance of 450. Okay. So to unhide the grid, click here, temporary hide and isolate. Reset temporary hide and isolate. Here we have it. Okay, I think we are done with the floor plan. So the next thing we're going to do is to copy model to upper floors. So we still need to hide the grid lines for now. Temporary. Select all instances. H to hide. So now we're gonna copy the whole of this to the first floor. Click copy to clipboard. Paste from clipboard. Align to selected views. Let's align it to first floor. Now let's head over to the first floor. So for the visibility graphics, we need to do it here also. Type VG, scroll down to wall, change it to brickwork, change the width. Let's use 6. Okay. Alright, looks better. Select it, select all instances, type H to hide it. So at the first floor, we don't need an opening here. First, we need to delete it. Same thing here. Let's delete it. And now we're gonna add some few doors, like the exit door, and here, a door here. So let's do it. We're gonna use the 900 doors. Select it. Create similar. Let's add the door here. Create similar. Have the same door. The same thing here. Okay. Add a window here. Use the same window. Create similar. Then adjust the dimension. Duplicate it. The width. Let's change it to 1, 2. Place it there. Change the sail height to 750. Do the same thing here. Now the opening. Let's select all of them. Select all instances in this view. Duplicate it. Let's have a height of 3 meters. Click on your 3D. See the walls. The walls is intercepting with the ground floor walls because of the natural ground level. But don't worry, head over to first floor, select any of the wall, right click, select all instances in the view, base offset, change to 0. Let's go back to the 3D. Finally, let's delete the columns. So over here, we are going to adjust this. Let's adjust it to 3 meters. Now we need to delete this other one here. Alright, perfect. We can change this to balcony if you want. Let's edit the floor and open this stair. Click edit boundary, use this line, edit it to leave the stair hole open. For this opening right here, it must not start from the floor. So we need to give a space of 450 millimeters. So we will head over to the first floor, select all instances in the view, edit it, duplicate it. Now let's adjust the height. Let's use a height of 2.1. Okay. Then the elevation 400. Let's do the same thing. All instances in the view, edit type, duplicate, change the height to 2.1. Elevation 400. Now select everything, copy to clipboard, align to selected views. Let's select the second floor, hold Ctrl key and select the third floor. So what we need to do is to delete this last stair because it's not needed. That's the last floor. Now the next step is to modify the 3D. You can model the window hood and some wall extras. Let's quickly do that. Let's start with the front elevation. Front elevation. We're gonna model a simple window hood. Let's use the extrusion, model in place, casework. So let's pick the plane, use extrusion, pick the plane. The plane will be this particular plane. Sketch it here. So we have these three windows in this plane. Let's offset 100 millimeters. Duplicate. You can change the material, window hood. You can change it to gray or any color of your choice. Okay. Now the thickness extrusion end. Let's use 50. So to save time, we're gonna copy this to all of them. Make sure it's properly aligned and your constraint is turned on. Create another window hood for the living room windows. Create new, pick the plane. Now we are going to pick the internal plane. Let's head over to 3D. Click set, pick a plane. Try and pick that particular plane. Alright. Let's go back to the south view. Sketch it. Can select it and copy down here. Offset it 100 millimeters. We're gonna copy this to all the levels. Finish it. Click to finish. Now select it. Let's mirror it to this other side since it is the same plane. Let's pick the center line and mirror it. Simple as that. So you can add some extras here also. Let's open the south view. model in place, guesswork, click OK. Extrusion, pick it, pick this plane. You can copy it to these other floors. Finish it. So the next thing we are going to do is to add the railings. We are supposed to add it before copying it. You can still copy it. You have a small railing here, and I'm gonna use a glass railing. Select railing, this little arrow, change to glass panel. You can edit here to adjust some values. Now use the sketch line to sketch it from here to here. As simple as that. You can as well adjust the height. Let me adjust it to 750. Let's do the same thing here. So you can copy this railing here to this other side. Okay. Now let's head over to the first floor. The railing. Something. Let's view in the 3D. Now let's adjust the height, the base level to 300. Come back. Now you can select it and copy to this other side. Let's do the same thing here. Railing. Copy it here. Select all instances in the view. Base 300. Now copy to clipboard, paste, align to selected views. Choose the second and the third floor. Align it. Cool. We have it here. So in this other plane here, we are going to use bricks in between the space. You can do it with extrusion, or you can split the wall. But I'll quickly do it with extrusion. Extrusion, pick a plane, pick that plane, and let's sketch. It's very simple. From here to here, then from here to here. So the only thing you need to do is to adjust this. Let's use 10. Then the material can change it to rename it duplicate materials to bricks. Now let's use the common bricks. This will be okay. If you have any question, kindly drop it in the comment section. I will attend to it. And if you've not yet subscribed to our channel, please do so because it really helps. And don't forget to like this video. Give us a thumbs up. We need to add ceiling to the last floor. To do that, click Ceiling Plans, third floor. Click on Ceilings, Architecture, Automatic Ceiling. That's what we are using. You can adjust the height offset. Let's use 2750. Then the ceiling thickness, you can reduce it 5. Then the materials, you can always change it to ceiling materials. Let's use this ceiling tile. Click OK. Automatic ceiling, select it to place. We have the ceiling here. The next thing we are going to do is to add the roof. Open the roof plan. As you can see, we have nothing here. Don't worry. Scroll over to base range. Select third floor. Apply. What we need to do now, because we are using a hidden roof, we will first of all create the gutter round this. So we're gonna use the extrusion, model in place, casework, extrusion. Fine. Use the pick line and pick round the walls. The internal walls, not the external. Alright. So depending on the size of the gutter you want to create, you're gonna use 600 here, offset 600 from here. Trim it. Now change the material. You can change it to any material of your choice. Let's use this. Then the thickness 150. Finish it. So now this is the gutter. Next thing we are going to do is to add a parapet here and the external parapet. So let's start with the internal parapet. We are going to use the wall. Let's use the existing wall, but what you need to do is to duplicate it. You can change it to parapet 1, 1, finish it, click OK. Now on the top constraints, unconnected to, let's use 450. To use the pick line, select this to wall faces, exterior, use the pick line to pick it. Select all instances, unconnected to 450. So let's sketch the external parapet. Create similar. Let's duplicate it. Parapet 2. Okay. Now the height, we're going to use 900 for the height. Use the pick lines, wall center line, and pick the external walls. Now we can hide the grid lines. Select all instances, HH to hide. You can add copings to it. So to do that, it's quite simple. We do that with sweep, component model in place, casework. Let's use the sweep, sketch path, pick the internal walls, click OK, save, edit profile. Let's sketch it. You can add a little modification here. Alright, I think it's okay. Finish it. Now let's sketch the roof. Head over to the roof plan. Select roof, edit type, edit, change the roof thickness. I'll use 5. Then the roofing sheet material, change this. Let's use the roofing tile. Okay. Now let's start sketching it. Make sure your define slope is turned on. We'll make some adjustments. It should slope to 2 sides, this side and this side. So let's remove these other slopes. Uncheck the define slopes. Then we have the slope here and here. Now we adjust the slope to 11. Let's see how it looks. Now the offset from this parapet wall, let's have an offset of 200. Let's use 200 for now. Uncheck the copy so you can adjust it properly. Okay, attach. Okay, fine. See, we have the roof here. So the only thing you need to do, you can select the roof, base offset, you can increase it. So we had 450. We had 450 initially. Apply. Okay. As simple as that. For this dot, you can download a dot and cover it, or you can model it with extrusion, but it will take time. Select it. The same thing we did with the window hood. Now I select the wall. Model it one by one. Let me give you an instance. Model in place. Casework. Let's use the extrusion. Let's try something here. 25. Then you adjust the thickness to 10. Then you need to copy this same thing. I see it. Let's make a copy of it. to 50, 50. You need to copy it like this to the last level. Extrusion end -10. Extrusion start 0, so it can flush with the wall. Finish it. You can then copy it to this other side. So we have the 3D now. And just like that, we've successfully modeled a complete multi-story building in Revit. But this is just the beginning. In part 2 of this tutorial, I will show you how to turn this plain model into a fully rendered, presentation-ready building directly inside Revit, materials, lighting, and realistic visuals. In part 3 of this tutorial, we will go deep into detailed drawings, plans, section elevations, and construction details that you can actually submit for approval. So make sure you subscribe, like this video, and turn on the notifications. Thank you so much for watching.